This is the new iPhone 16 Pro, and this is the new O-Stand Spin Fusion MagSafe case from Torras. Thanks to Torras for sending out these cases and sponsoring the video. Let's get started. Taking a look at the box, it's nice and simple. It features the Torras logo in the top corner and some holographic detail on the front. On the back is some details about Torras as a brand and some details about the case, sharing that it has horizontal and vertical kickstand capabilities, gives you drop protection, and is an anti-scratch resistant case. This first one we're looking at is the Onyx case. On the back we can see that there's these little markings in the corners. Torras states that the newest design is inspired by sparks of time and energy, so these are likely inspired by that design element. As far as branding goes, you have a small Torras logo down here by the stand, and then a Torras logo up here by the camera bump. Inside the case here is a smooth texture. This small circle down here is the back of the hinge, which is just what allows this stand to swivel. Let's get the phone in the case and see how it all works together. That's a good snug fit. Here's a look at the case on the natural 16 Pro. On the left side you have the volume buttons as well as the action button. These are floating buttons, so the click you get from these will be the exact same as what you'll get from the phone. On each side of the case you'll notice that it's a bit indented, which just makes it more comfortable for holding onto the case. Looking at the camera bump, I think there's a good amount of protection for your camera lenses. And looking at the lip of the case, it's definitely there, but it's on the smaller side. Looks like each corner of the case is actually slightly raised compared to the middle of the case. Taking a look at the bottom of the case, you'll notice cutouts that are precise and well placed. I'm not sure what this hole over here is, but it does line up with the antenna, so maybe it's something to do with that, but I'll reach out to Torras and see what they say. You can follow me on threads at JDanielsTech, and I'll post an answer there if I get one. Looking on the right side of the case, I'm getting my first look at how a case manufacturer handles the camera control button. Let's try it out. This cutout does give you good access to the camera control button. And what I can say about the camera control button in my short time using it is that it would feel a little more natural to have the button right over here, but it makes sense given where your thumb rests to have it where it is. Last, let's take a look at the MagSafe ring. Torras states that this has 2 times the strength of regular MagSafe accessories and is 40% stronger than last year, which was already really strong. Let's test it out. So if you're sticking this to a vent mount in your car, there's no way that it's coming off. You'd have to be going over some pretty crazy bumps. Also, with the ring on the back here, you're able to stand your phone up in multiple different ways and multiple different angles. It's nice to have the flexibility, depending on if you want to stand your phone upright for a FaceTime call or if you want to lay it on its side. And because this ring rotates in a lot of different angles and has a fairly stiff hinge, you can really prop your phone up in so many different angles. And while we're talking about MagSafe, let's take a look at the O-Stand ring that Torras sent me, which can be used on all kinds of different phones. So inside the packaging here, they've provided some MagSafe rings with stickers. So if you don't have a case that has MagSafe for say a Pixel or a Samsung phone, you'd be able to put these on your phone case and use all kinds of MagSafe accessories. Since this is a MagSafe stand, I'm going to use this on a non-MagSafe phone case. With this on your phone case, you'll be able to pull the stand out here, rotate it around, and get multiple viewing angles that you couldn't have before. This hinge is also super stiff, so the viewing angles could be quite flat as well. Also attached here is a silicone loop, which you could throw your finger through to give yourself some extra grip on the phone as well. So this is the Onyx color in the Spin Fusion case. Now let's take a look for the 2 other colors they offer for the 15 Pro. Next up is the Dune Desert Gold case, which looks like it's a match made for the Desert Titanium iPhone 16 Pro. But since I have the 16 Pro in natural, we're just gonna have to use our imagination. So again, a super snug fit. Let's take a look around the case. Around the edge on the bottom and top is this slightly darker band, with the buttons being lighter to match the back. On the right is the cutout for the camera control, as well as the power button. The branding on this color is a little more subtle, given that the T on this ring is white, and up here the writing is white against kind of a light pink case. Aside from the color, this case is identical to the Onyx one we just took a look at. Given that the case is a lighter color, you'll be able to better see what kind of protection you'll get from your screen, with these edges being slightly raised on each 4 corners. This case is a stiff material, so it has a really good grip around each edge, with the only weaker spot being where this camera control is, but that's to be expected given that there's a cutout there. It is nice though that you get some screen protection around that part of the case. Last up, let's take a look at the color Ivory. Ivory, as you might have guessed, is white. And this is the Ivory color for the iPhone 16 Pro in natural. Looking around this case, the edge and the back are slightly different shades of white, with a little off-white accent up here on the ring. Also on the ring is this small Torras logo, and this gray Torras logo up here on the top by the camera. Looking around the whole case here, you have those floating buttons which are nice and clicky, the cutout for the camera control button, and the power button on the side. For me personally, I would go with the Onyx case, though I think the ivory is a good option as well because it will match with all the different colors of the Pro phone. I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at this case with me. If you'd like to grab any of these cases or accessories, I'll leave links down in the description where you can find them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.